Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. There's something special about the coastline here in Hartlepool, a stretch of North Sea that feels calm, open and quietly dramatic, especially the closer you get to Steetley. This walk follows the coastal path heading north, moving steadily towards the old Steetley Pier. It's a familiar landmark for many people here in the town, and a place where the landscape has been shaped by industry, tide, weather and time. As the walk begins, you are surrounded by the softness of the coast. There is a steady movement of waves, the distant call of seabirds. The wide horizon seen just ahead. On a calm day, the sea almost feels reflective, a flat mirror-like surface stretching out far into the distance. And on a windy one, everything becomes livelier. Rolling waves, shifting sands, and the sound of the wind sweeping across the dunes. The Hartlepool coastal path is one of those places that's enjoyable in any season. In spring, the grasses along the dunes start to lift into colour again. In summer, the coastline feels bright open, with long stretches of light. Autumn brings deeper shades, lower sun and calmer mornings, and in winter you get those cool, refreshing walks, where the air feels completely clear. Moving along the path, there's a real sense of space here. It's uncluttered, uninterrupted, and easy to lose yourself in. The coastal path curves gently, giving you a long view all the way up to Steetley Pier. Even from a distance, the pier stands out, a tall, skeletal structure stretching out into the North Sea. It's one of the last industrial piers of its kind, and although it's no longer in use, it has become a sort of quiet landmark for photographers, walkers, and anyone who enjoys the coastline. As the path continues, the sound of waves become more rhythmic. You can hear the water pushing gently across the sand, retreating again and leaving faint ripples behind. Every so often seabirds glide overhead or rest along the shoreline. Gulls are the most familiar visitors, but you'll also see terns in the warmer months and the occasional cormorant standing with its wings open, drying off after a dive. The natural mix of sea, sand and sky is simple but beautiful. As you walk further, the more the view of the pier starts to take shape. It feels almost like the structure pulls you towards it. Narrow, long and weathered by the years, the wooden legs have taken on a washed silvered look over time, blending naturally into the coastline and the shifting tides around them. Walking towards Steetley is peaceful. There's no rush here, just steady steps along the well-worn path, with the open coastline on one side and the dunes rising quietly on the other. In the early morning, the whole area feels quietly calm. The light is softer, colours are muted, and the coastline has a gentle, quiet atmosphere. It's perfect for a relaxed walk. The dunes along this stretch are a big part of the landscape. They're shaped by the wind and the weather. They help protect the coast from stronger elements. If you listen closely, you can often hear the grasses rustling as the breeze moves through them. On sunny days, the tops of the dunes can become almost golden, especially late in the afternoon when the light is low. As you continue towards Steetley Pier, the path occasionally gives you a view of the pier's full length. It stretches out far into the sea, around 800 metres in total, supported by hundreds of timber legs. The structure was once used to transport materials out to ships when the Steetley works here were active. Today it stands as a reminder of Hartlepool's industrial past, blending unexpectedly well into the natural environment around it. Closer to the pier, you can feel how the walk dramatically changes. The atmosphere becomes a little more dramatic, not noisy or busy, just more textured. The wind feels different. The sound of the sea is louder. The views become more open. The pier rises above the waves, strong and structured, yet softened by time and weather. The shoreline here has an interesting pattern left behind by the tide. Ripples in the sand, small pools of seawater catching the light, and pieces of driftwood washed up after winter storms. Every walk looks different, depending on the season, the tide and the weather. Some days you'll find stretches of smooth, interrupted sand. Other days, the waves carve curves and channels across the beach, creating new shapes with every tide cycle. If you pause to look around, the coastline feels almost endless. To the north, the land curves gently towards Crimson and Blackhole Rocks. To the south, the open sands lead back towards Westview and the wider Hartlepool headland. It's a coastline with a lot of character, shaped by cliffs, dunes, beaches and years of history. Steetley Pier stands at the centre of it all. Even in its weathered state, it remains a striking sight. Photographers come here for the sunrise and sunset, when the light casts long shadows through the wooden frames. Each tide changes the look of the pier. Sometimes the sea is calm and reflective, other times it rises with movement and energy. The area around the pier is popular with walkers, but it never feels too crowded. There's enough space for everyone to enjoy the coastline at their own pace. Some people bring dogs, others come for a quiet jog, and many simply enjoy strolling along the shoreline. It's the kind of place where you can take your time, breathe in the fresh air, and just enjoy being outdoors. During the walk, the atmosphere feels steady and purposeful. The only sounds are natural ones: the slow pulse of the waves, the crunch of the sand underfoot, the distant calls of birds. It's a good place for clearing your head, enjoying the gentle movement, or simply appreciating the simple things: the sky, the landscape, the rhythm of the coast. Steetley has changed a lot over the years. The industrial past once defined the area, but today nature has taken back most of the landscape, and the other areas are being redeveloped for housing. Grass grows through the sand, dunes continue to form and shift, and wildlife has returned to some of these areas. A contrast between the old industrial pier and the peaceful coastline give this place a unique charm. As you continue the path or go along the beach, you can feel how open and expansive the coastline is. The North Sea moves in gentle cycles. The sound of it here is calming, especially on long walks where the world slows down a little. There's no rush here, no need to hurry, just steady steps and plenty of space to enjoy. Standing near the pier, you get a sense of both history and nature working together. The structure is man-made and industrial, but the sea and weather have softened it over the years. Sunlight fades the wood, waves shape the supports, and the sky changes the mood. The scene throughout the day. It's one of those places that feels timeless. You could visit a dozen times and still find something new. Different light, different waves, different weather, different colours across the landscape, and that's the part of what makes this walk so enjoyable. As the walk begins to wind down, there's a quiet sense of calm that lingers, whether you started early in the morning or in the midday brightness. The soft tones of late afternoon, the coastline leaves a peaceful impression. The simplicity of the walk, just the path, the dunes, the sea and the pier, is what make it so special. Hartlepool's coastline has a way of feeling familiar and expansive. It's a place that's easy to return to, easy to enjoy, and easy to lose track of time in. The gentle sound of waves and the open sky makes this a perfect spot for a relaxed walk and a moment of stillness. Steetley Pier stands at the final scene, quiet, weathered and iconic. As the walk ends, it leaves you with the same sense of calm feeling that the coastline always manages to create. A reminder that that simple beauty of the sea, the rhythm of the nature, and the peacefulness of being outdoors. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and consider subscribing. It will help the channel grow. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. Please enjoy the remaining footage of the walk.